Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about something that can truly change the way you speak English forever. You see, most people spend years learning English words, grammar rules, and sentence structures. But still, when they try to speak, their mind goes blank. They freeze. They know the words, but their brain doesn't think in English. It keeps translating from their native language, and that's the real reason they struggle to speak fluently. So, today, my dear friends, I want to share with you a complete and deeply explained way to train your brain to think directly in English. Not in your mother tongue, not by translation, but naturally, like native speakers do. I want you to imagine something right now. When a native English speaker wants to say, "I'm hungry," they don't first think the sentence in their own language and then translate it into English. They just feel the words. Their brain automatically connects the thought, hunger, with the English word, hungry. That's what makes them fluent. Now, most English learners around the world make one big mistake. They study English like a school subject, not like a living language. They memorize words, grammar rules, and lists, but they never train their brain to live in English. They learn English, but they don't think in English. And that's what we're going to fix today. Before we go deep into the practical ways to make your brain think in English, let me ask you two simple but powerful questions. Question 1. When you try to speak English, do you first think in your own language and then translate into English? Question 2. Do you ever find yourself understanding English when you read or listen? But when you try to speak, your brain just can't find the right words? If you said yes to any of these, then I want you to tell me in the comments below. Be honest, because today's video will completely change that situation for you. All right, let's begin. Understanding why you don't think in English. The first thing we need to understand is why your brain doesn't think in English naturally. It's not because you're not smart, and it's not because English is hard. It's because of how your brain has been trained since childhood. Your brain is like a machine. It learns through repetition, through emotional experiences, and through connection. From childhood, your brain has connected your native language to every thought, every memory, every feeling. So when you see something, your brain instantly describes it in your language, not in English. For example, let's say you see a cat. Your brain immediately says the word cat in your own language first. That's the automatic reaction. That's the habit. But what if we could reprogram that habit? What if we could train your brain to see the cat and instantly think cat, not your native word for it? That's the goal. You can't force your brain to think in English by memorizing vocabulary lists. You have to build natural connections between thoughts, emotions, and English words, just like native speakers do. Step 1. Stop translating in your head. The first and most important rule to make your brain think in English is stop translating. I know it's not easy at first. Your brain will try to translate automatically. But every time you notice that happening, you must stop and gently correct yourself. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're thinking, "I'm going to eat food." But in your mind, it first appears in your native language. Catch that moment. Stop yourself. Then repeat the same sentence only in English. Don't translate. Don't compare. Just say it again directly in English. "I'm going to eat food." The more you do this, the more your brain learns to skip the translation step. You're building a new habit, a new neural pathway, where your brain connects ideas directly with English. At first, it'll feel slow and unnatural. But remember, that's how your brain rewires itself. Just like learning to drive a car or play an instrument, your brain needs practice to adapt. So every day, make it a rule. No translation, only English thoughts. Step 2. Surround your mind with English 24/7. Now, if you want your brain to think in English, you need to surround it with English all the time. Your brain learns through environment. When you were a child, how did you learn your first language? You didn't open a grammar book. You listened, you observed, you copied, You repeated. You were surrounded by that language. That's what you need to do again. But with English. Start small. Change your phone language to English. Watch YouTube videos, movies, or series only in English. Follow English-speaking channels. Listen to English songs, podcasts, even while you cook, clean, or travel. Let English become your daily environment. Because when your brain is surrounded by English sounds, it slowly begins to process ideas in English. You'll start noticing that you understand without translation, and then magic happens. Your brain starts thinking in English naturally. Step 3. Practice inner speech in English. This is one of the most powerful exercises. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, talk to yourself. Not out loud all the time, but in your head. We call this inner speech. For example, imagine you're cooking. Say in your mind, "Okay, now I'm cutting the vegetables. I need a little more salt. Let me turn on the stove." Or when you're walking outside, "It's a sunny day. I love how the wind feels today." At first, it'll feel a little strange. But what you're doing is creating an English-speaking environment inside your head. You're training your inner voice to speak English, not your native language. This is how your brain begins to automatically choose English words to express thoughts. And once that happens, speaking fluently becomes much easier, because your brain is already thinking in English. Do this exercise daily, even for 10 minutes. You can do it anywhere. In the shower, in bed, in the car. Step 4. Describe everything around you in English. Whenever you're bored or waiting for something, in line, on the bus, or just relaxing, start describing the things you see in English. Look around and say in your mind, "That's a red car. She looks happy. The sky is beautiful today. I can hear birds singing." Simple sentences. That's all you need. The more you describe your environment, the more you teach your brain to use English automatically. It's like building a direct highway between your thoughts and English words. Step 5. Learn English through feelings, not just words, now. Here's something most learners don't realize. Your brain remembers feelings better than facts. So when you connect English with emotions, stories, and real experiences, it sticks. For example, instead of memorizing that rainy means rain, imagine yourself walking under the rain, feeling the drops, and saying, "It's rainy today." Your brain loves experiences, so the more emotionally connected your English practice is, the faster you'll start thinking in English. That's why watching movies, reading stories, or talking about real-life events in English helps more than studying grammar. Step 6. Use English in real life. If you never use English outside your study time, your brain won't adapt. It's like learning to swim but never getting into the water. Start using English daily, no matter how simple it is. Order food in English, write your notes in English, comment on videos in English, talk to online friends, or even message yourself in English. Every real interaction strengthens the connection between your brain and the language. And don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are signs that your brain is learning. Every time you make one and correct it, your mind grows stronger in English. Step 7. Visual thinking in English. Here's a little secret used by professional language learners. Visual thinking. Instead of thinking with words, think with pictures. And connect those pictures to English words only. For example, imagine a tree. Don't say it in your language. Don't even think of translation. Just visualize the image of a tree, its leaves, trunk, color, and immediately say, "tree." Do the same with water, happy, running, morning, coffee. By doing this, you train your brain to skip translation completely and connect visuals directly with English meaning. Step 8. Listen and repeat. Listening is how your brain learns rhythm, pronunciation, and natural flow. But passive listening alone is not enough. You must listen and repeat, loudly or quietly, but do it. For example, choose a short English clip or podcast and repeat what you hear. Try to imitate the pronunciation, tone, and speed. When you do this regularly, your brain starts thinking in the same rhythm as English. You'll notice your sentences becoming smoother, more natural, and automatic. Step 9. Read and summarize in English. Reading is like fuel for your English brain. It gives you words, ideas, and structure. But don't just read. After reading something, summarize it in your own words. Say to yourself, okay, what did I just read? And then explain it in English, even if it's simple. This practice forces your brain to process information in English, not just understand it. Step 10. Be patient. Rewiring takes time. Finally, understand this. Training your brain to think in English doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, consistency, and daily effort. You're not just learning a language. You're changing the way your mind works. You're creating a new mental world inside your head. So don't rush it. Every small effort counts. Every time you choose to think in English, your brain gets better at it. Remember, fluency is not about perfection. It's about connection, the ability to express your thoughts naturally and comfortably in English. Closing message. So my dear friends, start today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. From now on, live your daily life in English. Think in English. Talk to yourself in English. Describe your world in English, and watch how your brain transforms. The more you feed your brain English, the more English it will produce. Naturally, automatically, beautifully. And remember those 2 questions from the start? Do you still translate in your head before speaking? Do you understand English but struggle to speak it? Tell me your answers in the comments below. I read every one of them. Because this journey, my friends, is not about memorizing. It's about transforming. You're not just learning English anymore. You're becoming an English thinker. So stay consistent, keep practicing, and your fluency will follow you naturally. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful lessons like this. Until next time, think English, live English, and become fluent in English.